Alright, guys. I'm here. Obviously, I'm here. Oh no, there's two of me here now. Nobody needs that. Imagine that first one. Anyway, um, yeah, I thought the chum bucket was, sort of done last night. Slash this morning. Then I touched the wrong button. And then, I came into one of the most disgusting and vile things I've ever seen or done come into contact with on YouTube. Like, and of course it has to come from Elmo. And I ain't trying to fucking pick up no views for that shithole, obviously. Cause, oh, always on it, ain't it? This shit right here is out of bounds. And has so many facets to it that it's unreal. Now, I've had BethAnn blocked for quite a long time. Because she was fucking with me and doing dumb shit. Being well BethAnn. Alright? Plus playing with and for in this group. However, tonight, if BethAnn would like somewhere that doesn't twist and turn her words or want to use her to play games or content on, um, or to accuse her of some extreme shit, I'll give her a platform to do so. No monster shells and no monster hellmouths need apply. Because that's the realm she's being forced into, right? When she's played in. And now it's what she's left with. Luckily, I'm not about that twisty narrative paving job bullshit. And, you know, so there's that. So if anybody sees or hears from BethAnn, tell her I'm over here. And I'll give her a chance to speak. And, I ain't playing no fucking stupid shit, though. And there ain't gonna be no handy dandy notebook of any teams, hives, or otherwise. So don't even start that shit either. Cause I feel it, I see it, even get a whiff or hint of it, and shit's gonna go fucking sideways. It's just all there is to it. Because what's being done here, like I said, has many facets. And I'm not down, for pave jobs and script writing. Bullshit. This level of extreme grossness and absurdity, out of bounds bullshit is unreal. And once again, I plan to come live to talk about other things. I think this is a good moment, albeit one of the most disgusting I've ever seen perpetrated by these true crime script writing piece of shit papers. True crime, my ass. About the only crimes that occur around here are these motherfuckers. They're fucking tampering with everything, insertion and everything, playing games with law enforcement cases, people's real life. I mean, this is just. They know no bounds, do they? I never do. It's been years of it. Years. Jesus. And tonight, I can only help but feel like there are always so many in the background. You know, amongst the YouTube criminal crazies, um, content creators, little researchers, subs, there, and all that. Well organized group online doing this and active and ongoing cases, investigation, and those locally around each case who help them. It's unfortunate, but I always feel like there's so many back there, like the Justin Jensens or whatever, right? That deserve to have their teeth kicked in entirely and their fingers broken. And so they can't log the fuck on and do dumb shit. I just feel like there's so many that are deserving of such things. As they piss like Pomeranians and cheese wrappers, right? See one of those playing Chum Bucket last night. The whole hive of them, really. Assumptions are hell of a thing. People wonder if they can elicit things to figure out how many buses have driven over them or reversing back over them. Well, they have dumbass, obsessed critters doing the dirty work. They're just happy to have something to do, some content, be part of something with their obsessive rage for years. Other than that, I might finally have some capital CON, of course. Um, the amount of fucking disgust last night and tonight is cannot believe you all are entertained buy it. Cannot believe people are playing in it. Paving be damned. We're watching fucking shit show. And nobody reporting any channel that one's on. Or those hosting it for banning shit. And all content creators and you all as audience, subs and stuff, know that it's already been proven he is a giant scamming piece of shit and a liar. And so are those he's fucking around with. And you're allowing it again. And you really think he or they are gonna solve shit while they use you? While they use and exploit and destroy those in their real life capacities and around these real crimes? That's what the fuck you're gonna watch and do. Knowing these things for years, with no way to deny at this point anyone who can say that they're not aware that Shell is what he is and all these creators are what they are. I don't know what to tell you. A delusion is just, yeah. If you want to delude yourselves, you go right ahead. Entertaining? I don't know how. But if you listen closely, none of what actually was said, etc., last night, even by midstream, makes sense. Not even close, not remotely. And if you pay really, really close attention, it looks like some creators and tribe members and all that got a bunch of histrionic shit going, push, pull people. Didn't know all the things either. Made shit into things they weren't. Now they're using it as content for you all. Acting like they're super detectives. Playing fuck around and find out. Using people as buffers. Same song and dance. And those they've gotten up to this shit, well, they're thrown under their own buses, aren't they? Or those people are still playing. Guess that's up to them to say. On that front. But it looks like a whole bunch of Big fan hoodies, are you, Bradley Sharp? That's nice. Who knew BS commenced? Anyway, gotta love that 3-month waiting period and wasted on BS. So anyway, just how it is, my dudes. Just how it is. So, carrying on. Um, the pave job, scripting of the building of. Same motherfuckers have been doing it since summer's look went out. I don't much like it. Has a feel for me. You dig? Pissing Pomeranians and such. I don't know. That chum bucket last night. Trying to manipulate responses, see how far buses, I'm gonna pass. Miss me. Should probably get a Linda and a Penny to see if they can ferret on in to see how fucked y'all are. Then again, that didn't work back then. I don't see it working now. Um, Assumptions are a motherfucker, boy. I'd never assume because of something that I posted on my community wall that necessarily is all of it, or that I take it even at face value. And there are things about vehicles and people and lineups and twist ends and ties that I'm oblivious of. Maybe there's just a good time for things. Yeah, maybe. I would also never assume that you're first, or that like dumbass rage monsters are putting pieces together, or giving the rest of us here locally the clues are being of help. No, the exact opposite is true. The only thing you're really giving some of those clues to is, well, you and your well organized group of criminals online in and around active and ongoing cases, and what kind of a shit fuckery for years all of y'all been pulling on all of us. And still, even right now, it's occurring. Though it looks pretty calm and la la. Well, what's happening because of some of the shit you all are talking about? Firmly planted. It's around me 24/7 right now. Literally, feet away. I think I was supposed to be in histrionics then, like I am now. Right. Y'all didn't quite get their response. I wonder why. And I would tell some rage obsessed chum buckets to probably step away after years, and especially of late, step away So they get caught up in shit they ain't no way back from. 'Cause they're the local players. The hive. The group and the teams. I'd give that warning, however, it looks like that's a bit late. Ah, well, not my problem. There was a little piece I caught, though, from Pissin' Pomeranian Rage Chumbucket that let me know where it and the rest of the girl are getting their shit from in the last, I don't know, however long they've been at this, cotton stuff, right? That tells me where they're getting it from. Damn, bro. Wonders will never cease. Now, granted, there are several sources. Problem is, the first one's in. Oh boy. And the loudest. And still, yeah, they're players in with these creators. They too are lying and driving bullshit. They're using cotton to play off of Summer's case. To fuck around with all of us as well. To help these creators do so. And I wouldn't say that if it weren't true and that I didn't have evidence and proof of that. Enough to get a giant bus and run over Ryan, PG, Ziggy, Jenny, Adrian, chasing quite a few others with. I wouldn't say that if it weren't true. I've got enough to show the lies, creation, scripting, the little handy dandy notebooks, who's playing for who's playing what, who's twisting the cotton shit, who's twisting the summer shit, who's trying to twist both together. Oh, all the vehicles, all the things, the planted stuff, that weird shit that's gone on for months, years even. From first panel hopping liars, ones that thought they were having a good old time, just still are. Oh, and not just the creators, you see, but their little local helpers and everything. Those on the ground, right? Some of those, they're fucking oblivious. They know they were sent for little things or to do this little thing or whatever. Didn't understand quite the cumulative effect or how it would build, what it would be as these fucking creators and others used them. Made them feel special. Part of a tribe. Gonna solve something. Now they're gonna fuck with the JSB, they're gonna fuck with this, they're gonna fuck with that. They'll do whatever. Throw some of them $50, crack rock, yeah, whatever. Some promise of vengeance or whatever the fuck it is, right? Mix up poured out for the world. Tamper with elite courts. Others, like myself, otherwise around here locally, intimidate witnesses, do all this shit, try to affect things around people going and coming from court settings, use all these platforms as and by and for monsters. Get up to some of the worst shit. Well, they all have fun. Just because it's on the community, don't think or assume shit. There's a good time and place for everything. Just like knowing at the time there's so many vehicles driving mine, some that look similar, as they play with others, and as certain people stalk us in absolutes, with proof and evidence. Hopefully pick up the histrionic, and GSP's gonna pick up the phone and call every 2 seconds. No, it didn't happen for them, you see. They didn't get the reactions they wanted. It's meant to make things look ways they were not, and people look ways they were not, so that it helps discredit or devalue or them not be listened to where it concerns. Oh, I don't know, especially some Fred and Ziggy's and their bullshit. Some Ryans, Jenny's, Adrian's, Prayer Gardens, Chasings. Nothing Nanas. Where are they at these days? Oh, that's right. Sending out flyers. People are planning on traveling. Someone apparently very close in the future. Can't imagine one. Right? Still trying to figure out all 100 of those spots where, I don't know, 20 some days ago. Still trying to locate those fucking Scooby Doo style. About like when Skilo and them were in, frankly. Hey, keychains. No. I, you catch so many little things, right? It's like last night. You directed the places or whatever. See what's happening. No, I want to pass. But you catch things. Knowing that their sources are. Things that are bullshitting. Playing games with them for them. Pity, really. I don't. Well, they sit there in front of, you know, an abundance, a host of subs, viewers, eyes crossing them, etc., laying out narratives, scripts, paving, giggling happily, thinking they've been let in on all the things. So stupid they don't realize they've become eyeball deep to a giraffe's asshole in it. And that there was already, before they did, enough proof that people were fucking around. Enough to run all the others of the hive and teams over with a giant fucking bus backwards and forwards for it. Yeah. You mean there are pieces put together, things by the group or teams. Y'all think an awful lot of yourself, don't you? I mean, I guess it's helpful, to say that. Like, especially when you write the shit, you enact the shit, you put it on the ground around this shit. You have dope heads playing and shit. All the shit. And then you think you aren't busted at it shit. Rather quickly. And then your best sources are also your undoing. While all of you use things you ought not to exploit, while you proclaim that's not what you're doing, and to hurt those who love the ones in the center of these things very much, and hunt for answers. And you care not for their pain, their distaste, their begging for it to stop, to let law enforcement handle it. People here, including your creators, choose to use these things to embed and insert further, to fuck around, to do some of the most terrible things you've ever seen or heard of. To tamper with law enforcement cases, loved ones of these people, missing, murdered, others' deaths by natural means or otherwise. And to put paving and scripts around them in a collective effort in order to tamper with and cross over into other things like Summers and to screw with people on the ground. I find that problematic. Shit like that I hope is also crave justice, answers, truth for those in the center of these situations, my community. Even so, maybe law enforcement or courts unscramble the bullshit. Paved and scripted and done, tampered with by these creators, their helpers, preferred mods and researchers and little web sleuthy Karens. Those on the ground around these cases locally, playing fuck shit games they should have never played, and helping them. These aren't games, man. Some sources even begged to stop by their own because it hurt, and having no respect or decency to do so. Some here for years, or even some were vanished. Thought they'd have a good time. Probably acquired by the same means. Don't know. Ugh, I knew better, but I was really thirsty, and I thought the tamarinds burritos would be a good idea tonight. It's asking for trouble, homie. Yeah, there's so many places to go. Just a burst of little shatters could follow each and every time on here. Shit, oh, from last night till tonight is just disgusting and disturbing now on so many levels. So many. Talking about exploitation, histrionics. Now, con artists have a bunch of, well, I don't know who helps who there, but you get a bunch of idiots. Comprehension skills, low education, this, there. Feel like they're part of something, you use them, you get them up to histrionics together, let them feed off each other, then you make everything a thing, and then they're left holding the bag, and this thing that the creator then only gets to create on. Feel like they had nothing to do with it, they only heard it as. Right? But they were the ones pushing and propelling and making it into giant things. And to pave things and to script things, right? Leading up to all kinds of things. You just never know, do you? And then again, maybe some do. You just never know. I don't know, some of these idiots smart enough, especially at the end when they're thrown off or bagged up, tossed away, whatever, gotten rid of, etc. is their usefulness, their time has come, all that. Smart enough to get that they were used all along. For that exact thing, with that exact shit in mind, right? They were used. They weren't part of anything. There's no tribe to be found. They're just the buffers. the buffers for criminals, exploiters, inserts, fucking demons and monsters who profit off of pain, destruction, twisted knives where there not be any needed extra knives twisted. And all they've really helped do for years with these creators is to make the world a worse place. People's lives destroyed. It's like last night, hearing certain people cry about their own, but they had no problem listening to others that were falsely accused, narratives driven, scripts written. They didn't have a problem helping those creators do that for years, but when it's them, they cry. Ain't that something? They just thought it would never be them, huh? Accused of, made to seem like they were part of some of the most terrible things we as humans can imagine of one another. And they had no problem helping their preferred creators and things do it to many throughout the years. They just thought it would never be them. It's strange, isn't it? Question though is, are these people still helping create the scripts, the narratives, the paving? At least they're stupid, they're not getting it, and really thinking they're not being fucked over even more as the crowd gathers, drawers, whatever, as they're being made to cry, accused of shit, done this way and that way on some of the worst fucking monsters. Channels as a back and forth and a build views for them as they're eating alive. Truth is out there somewhere, right? It always is. Hey, Di. You know, I don't know how they're coming up with the narrative that means like it just boggles them. And though I'm very picky with my words, a little slow, takes me or two. I do try to judge the weight of things I'm speaking, saying, for many reasons. And I just, watch them every night. Well, not really, but you get what I'm saying and what I mean. Do all this shit for years. 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 Yeah. It's, it's a beast for sure. Still rotates, does so many have gone quiet, you know? But they're not really quiet, are they? Nope. No, they're not. I watched them for years take everything we say, do, etc., and twist, drive narratives, pave, script with it, try to get advance off, try to use, blah, blah. You know, try to discredit, destroy, silence. You know, I, I know there are points I can't disagree with. Some of the shit show, there's some things that I I feel in my heart and gut are true. Things some of our brains and guts and hearts screamed while living on that road. Bitch couldn't prove, right? Here's red flags is there, singing of guts, hearts and brains at certain times, but never quite enough. And then as time moves forward and average days turn into not average days. And you acquire pieces and dates and times and all kinds of things to show why at other times throughout many years. Your gut and heart and brain were singing, so you can't possibly have those things till after. Right? There'd be no way to really acquire those things. There's something up why people are so quiet for so long. And then all of a sudden just appear, literally overnight. And things get loud. Property's cleared, weirdness happens, all these things. Extreme concern and calm, the giant red flags. You don't know how to explain that to other souls on earth. You don't know how to sit others down in your shoes and feel and see and hear and know. And there's really no way to do that. Let's be real. To reach people that have no dance upon really understanding people who do not want to, for one reason or the other. Doesn't matter in the end, though. I say every day in all my puzzles and fires burning in my soul, my heart, my head, pieces, parts, dates, times, pouring over receipts, putting things together, taking away, putting things together, taking away. Even after, you know? I don't remember specifically. And I think the words, well, there's just no way they won't stick with me for the rest of my life. asking, questioning why certain things. Why it is that I could pinpoint any other monster in the world, what type really they were this year, but no, something's wrong with certain ones, and for some reason not being able to ever identify. And I remember the words, the answer given back very clearly, very clear. And even still being like, but how? Because I've known so many monsters that were made of an amalgamation of different kinds. All but the same. Anyway, I think those words will forever stick with me. I know they will. Wasn't very long into everything. I watched for years. As others in that road seem to have one fuck shit problem after the next. Often featuring dog trails and convenient times of day. Usually featuring some sort of fuckery leading up to it that involved, well, you assume just dope shit, weird shit, low life shit, trouble between, tit for tat shit, robbery shit, theft shit, the usual shit, right? You get weird feelings in your gut. And over here, it's like, man, something just, why is it always featuring this or that or whatever, right? Sorry, dope shit, fuck shit, right? Low life shit. Until you can no longer dismiss it as that. Blue gum, I'm gonna tell you right now, I love how you went from pro to anti there. I hope, and I mean this sincerely, I hope you choke on your next food choice and there's no one there to save you. May you rot in hell. Paving scripted there, as a matter of fact, with your preferred creator. Anybody else who wants to ever say anything like that about somewhere in here again, God help you. You better hope he has mercy, because and if you think your stupid shit doesn't have data behind it, or that your stupid fucking names and identities will hide you from data pools by lawyers and experts who do exactly that for pay, and that you could not be held accountable in civil and other courts for it, you are sadly fucking mistaken. Don't be dumbasses. And if you think at some point that won't come, for lawyers who beg and shit themselves trying to get us to do all the things to all of you all for all these years, and that some of us aren't willing to tell them to keep every goddamn penny, house, and car they auction off of yours, just for shits and giggles, and to out you in and around your neighborhoods, your communities, your states, your locations, to your family, to your children, and to leave you penniless, homeless, and on corners broken beyond measure. Well, I guess you measured some of us wrong. Because I promise you that's what I absolutely intend to do at the end of everything. I will give someone free reign to fuck all of you all up and pull you out of the darkness. From behind your names, your alts, to connect your data. These lawyers are big enough to pay and to have the experts to pull your shit, your communications, and who you are. And your little players. Make no mistake. See, that's always sort of last. That'll come last. Because there are things far more important before them. See, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Not my fucking problem, it's a you problem. So y'all keep playing with your hives and your teams and your fucking Build-A-Bears and your Pavers and your Scripters and your goddamn demon and your con artist criminal empire working and well organized federal law violating motherfucking groups in and across several social media platforms. Oh, to tamper with, harm, and to fuck with those in and around ongoing and active investigations and cases. Keep on, Sunshine. Keep rolling, dude. Anyway, I'd say you've measured sounds quite wrong from the beginning. That's what I'd say. Some of us have been here measuring you. Sorry, I had a kitty cat wanting it. Anyway, I'm hoping we're on a 2x2 show. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore the tragedy pimp, well organized group of criminals operating in rounds, active and ongoing cases, and their fears about how far under the bus they are, and their assumption that because I just give little things here and there, or I post whatever on my community wall, that they are always what they appear, or that I take those at face value, or I don't hold enough evidence and proof for all. Show what kind of games they're all playing, including their sources, and to wrap them all up with a nice fucking bow. So y'all carry on as soon as you like. Me, I'm gonna go back to Ben Hill. Pursuit of answers, truth, fires, puzzles, reality. Tonight we're gonna take a walk. walk into the dark side. Question. Players, fuckery, other monsters playing with and for and around these motherfucking tragedy pimp, paying, tampering, inserting garbage pieces of shit. More than willing to play with them. I don't play with them. Never will. You know, while they sit here and they go on some manufactured bullshit, twisted shit they've made seem ways it's not, crap they're doing tonight and last night between Hellmouth, her helpers, her long-term helpers that aren't so fucking bright or well, helper buffers, right? Now thrown off the bridge, and a shell who should not be so, who is most likely, along with Jimbo fucking Collins, and, Baby Shell, responsible for some really serious goddamn crimes. Y'all go ahead and be entertained by those who take the lives of others really, truly cover up shit. Who ban evade, who hurt other human beings, who have made things seem like they are not tonight in order to pave the way for shit yet to come. Narratives and scripting. Finalized versions of. They think. I'd assume when that day comes. I mean, I know what I just said about assuming. But I assume we're all going to play Battleship. And I'd say it's when I sink your ships. So there's no glory to be found. Nowhere to get any likes and clicks and views left to any of you. Ain't that gonna stay? And that might just be the right time finally. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that be, push it to the side. What we're gonna do tonight is out some of the fuckery of the rest of the monsters have been here. And the bullshit from the beginning. Some are vanished. Some of the local players, some of the dope heads, some of the shit that wanders all the way across country and beyond. Who want to play in this fuck shit. Oh, I do love Chumbucket's newest edition, though, of one of the locals. Oh, that one's a doozy. Can't wait till the rest of the community figures out the fuck going on there. And what's been going on for so many years. The Hive and team, they do love their locals. The shit they help them do. Shit they help them script, right? Pave. Even to the detriment of their entire community and destruction of lives. All through Beach Creek. Changing of everything to such extreme proportions you cannot imagine, all because they wanted to play tee with the worst monster creators on there. I'll just wait for it. Anyway, there's never been a day that's gone by to where it's not a constant turnover. And here, questions, things known here and here in real time. But you have to have more. more pieces, more this, more that. Perspectives at one point often changed when more is got answers found, truths outed, answers had, things change. But I think, and I know the public thinks this as well, I think there's more than a few, especially after tragedy, pimps and little ground helpers start helping shit along almost immediately. I think there are those inside of Ben Hill and outward who very much tried to misdirect, mislead. I think some of the first to do that are pretty well known to you all. Right? I think those include C&D, Fred, Laura, through all kinds of means. I think they include the PGs and the Squalls and others like them. The Tates, the Helpers, the Twackers, the motherfuckers up on the hill, the Cams, the this, the that, all y'all being used one way or another throughout by any of these player locals, you name it, right? For me, I think eyes were purposefully set on the exact opposite places. That's what I believe. So for me, I think that there was a very real effort to lead people in the opposite direction of summer. Obviously, whatever truly happened, but also if there is a local location or a route taken. Had to be, though, right? Otherwise, she would have been on one. So, some route, some way had to be taken. She had to be on it with someone. Had to be locations for either straight going, for lack of a better word, transfers, handoffs, something. Had to be. Otherwise, she would have been on one team and not just gone. Which is fucking impossible. I think that go. One hollow is being put eyes on immediately to take away from the other most likely one. That is also not the one you all are fed, especially by Fred. Oh, there are others. More likely to be the pathways. Places that line it up with other things. I think there's a way to build a map. Maps, because you'll have to do multiples. You'll have to. You have to look like that guy with the pins and the fucking post-it notes and the pointy and the dry erase boards. You have to look like that guy, okay? Where's tinfoil of shoes, but it ain't tinfoil. There are ways amongst all of these creatures from Menial that you can create maps. Overlap them, if you will. Create a Venn diagram. And in those spots, maybe those are the locations. Pathways, the real ones. You look at where they're trying to lead you to, and you go in the opposite fucking direction. You add in the dates and times, the things that maybe shook certain things or leaves, to where they had to just come out in front of or right with to get ahead of certain shit they didn't find favorable to their little monster assholes and reputations and the buttoning up of. Take attention away from, they wanted eyes off of, others saying or doing certain things or searches or locations, times. Look at what they did and when they did it, what they're responding to. Find where they point their fingers and you go in the opposite fucking direction. And then if you're actually one of the locals or one of the neighbors or one of those who've been around long enough to know how they themselves drive, function, traffic patterns, and most of them drive in all sorts of scenarios, including, I don't know, some running from police or some doing this or drug runs or, drunk shit or fucked up shit or when they have others in the car versus when they don't or, what would be known to each of them and what they would be trying to bypass, get around, all those things. It's possible to build maps. Very possible. Timelines that truly exist. It's very possible. To think about who those people may be, if there are any, and that's an if, that certain people may have run to help them or to help cover anything, and to know who those types would be, and to correlate those with some of the players on getting all the shit. Then that takes some twizzling. Shit brought about by tragedy, pimp, scripting, blackmailing, paving, all that bullshit too. Sometimes years of it, you know? But then again, what are the first ones on the ground? Who are the first ones helping with? What are the last names connected to? What's this? What's that? Oh my. Oh dear. How are they acquired? What's the ream and reams of data say about communications and who's who and whatever? Me, I can think of their bullshit waterfall talk. and know that there are very real ones there trying to direct you all the way. None ever really mentioned here. Knowing certain people around have very easy access to those in a very quick hurry, and it would lead into trade and all these other things, right? Problem with that is, right? Those like myself or others, we say anything. We out these things, locations, exact this, exact that, give ideas of, you know what happens? You get fuck sticks like Ryan and the Jennies and the Adrians and the Chasings and the Nanas. Na 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 na. Tee hee. Right? Motherfuckers. Motherfuckering. And then you got tragedy pimps crawling all over ground where they need not. Where it need only be real searchers, real federal agents, real big boys, real trained ones, to gather any and all evidence if it be in those locations. No petito bottles or otherwise. No, hey, can you give me that shoe, Benny? Hey, what about the pillow? Can I have the evidence, Liz? Oh my god, there's a bag of dildos. No, oh my god, look at this hair of the other realms and the bullshitters. And then look at this t shirt. Look at that. Oh my god, sexy clothes. Like, none of that bullshit. Something is somewhere it needs to be found, and it needs to be found by the right people. Whether it be locals that come across it accidentally and turn it in as they go about their daily lives, but are not connected to social media anyway, or whether it be by hunters or law enforcement, feds, drones, fixed wing aircraft, needs to be by those people. So it stands. So it cannot be doubted. Aired all across the fucking universe for entertainment. Let's not forget the bones! Bullshit. I see what y'all do. I see what y'all do with Kylie Rodney's car. Fuck all y'all still for that. We've seen. We've seen what your burn barrels and the other motherfuckers did. The hair shit, bear shit, Fred shit. One of the light haulers or somewhere else shit. Knowing damn good and well it didn't apply. Like, to us out here, it's like, man, Summer's head was shaved and her hair was still at 110. No shit. So therefore was not and could not have been. But hey, y'all were entertained by it, right? Meanwhile, the rest of us here who know are fucking oh. Just like with Ziggy's Bones bullshit. Just like we are right now with Hellmouth's paved and scripted bullshit, making way for narratives to be driven to destroy further, right? Some of us see others being destroyed, all in pursuit of paving, am I right? It's knowing all these people well enough here. Knowing some of them our whole lives, others for years, etc. Knowing some of them well enough to know where and who they are enough to know what links they would go to, where they would place things, how much emotions would play into that for some. How they would treat situations like that. Like, mm, you know, whether some would have any sentiment towards others would just treat everything as trash. Being able to further narrow down any maps that but mapping is possible. The Venn diagramming of monsters, combined not just with dates, times, triggers, things that made certain things move and the point here and the point here, but knowing the behaviors and patterns, personality traits, driving habits, locations of. See, that helps. Oh, it helps. And there are many and brilliant brains out there, I'm sure, working on exact mapping like that. There are many here locally who could do the same. Unfortunately, more than a couple of those playing tragedy bounce, but don't have brain cells God gave a goose to help anything like that. Thank fucking Christ. But it's so idiotic they falling for stupid shit that I just they'll get in the Jeep though and do a special with Ryan's and everybody else, won't they? Such dumbasses, they ain't quite yeah, stop dumbass. Cause it's not about her for them. It's about them for them. And about the creators for them. Years of what? It's knowing things that I've known since Fred showed up coming over the rise one morning that he did. Not the first night or the second or third, like he says. But we all let Fred do whatever, as he weaves and bobs and creates his story firmly first, and then we bust him out. Either way, not only did Andy and I go, oh, here he comes. And he's going to throw a dig. He's doing the things. He's doing the Fred thing. Ugh. Right? But then his own words and shit. And we speak of fear. First, your perspective and your feelings are, well, he feels like he's being set up. You know? And then as you become aware of this group and all that, and all these things, and then what Fred was really up to and everything, I mean, but it is the group thing, and you become aware of online shit. You, and those like Prayer Garden and Squall, who will. build shit, right? Big bad hillbilly junkie, blah 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 blah, and then you think, well, shit, no wonder. And then you realize the McDonoughs and the Hunters and the Alleys and nonsense claims, even in real time when they're still bleeped. You're like, what the fuck is that? That don't make any sense. Why did that just happen? I'm still not aware. Right. Just like, stupid kid, whatever, think anything of it. Until then you realize that's how early on and how bad it was. That all that shit got to McDonough's stupid ass about week 3. And then he put it out in the fucking universe, probably thinking he was right. Whatever, didn't care who it destroyed, fucked with, how wrong he was, what those idiots over there gotten up to, for how much, for what, I don't know. I think they also held fear. Me, in my opinion, I think by that point, C&D had them afraid that in some way they could hold responsibility for something, and they were uncertain, so they wanted to throw shit out too. Just like I think Paving and Fred could possibly part of that too. Just like Dudley, just like everybody else. Dobbs, those motherfuckers lying about Dobbs for longest, swearing to others for months that he came to out, man, but there's only so many reasons for that. Right? Hell, maybe it's just as simple as, well, Frank and crew sold him shit that day. Right? Left the house, went down there, did whatever, I don't know, tracked Fred down to another holler or something, come back, things transpire, whatever, but in that, Fred and Co. don't want to cough up the truth, and they want to sling back at, there's something there that Fred's afraid of. First, couldn't blame him. It's like, well, what the fuck, man? Didn't know when he started playing in the shit, too. Now, took a while to come to that conclusion. Knowing that, even though, at first, your perspective is, oh, he's just saying all this crazy shit, well, because he's Fred. He's Fred, right? Still didn't make sense. Even in real time, you're going, why is he trying to separate from the hill? Why is he trying to act like he don't know, but then backtrack? Why is he not saying Summer's name? Why is he trying to make me believe she's been gone since or before or this and what the fuck is going on? Or why is he so concerned about Jason? Why is he incent, and then you attribute that to other things you do know, right? All these little pieces. I can't really play, don't they? Spend years going over day and night. Where's the truth? But then why is Fuckstick for all this time helping go, look here, look there? Oh no, there's another girl taken out of the back of the hall from America. But look here, look there. Look at this road. Here's a dead guy. Here's a playboy. Here's this. Here's that. Well, these things. Wouldn't a dope charge been easier to take? Tell the truth, that's all it was. You'd think. You'd think it would be. But then again, maybe his need to be whatever and all these things throughout the years plays into, right? It's like being able to listen to his stupid mouth here and figure out that he was most likely the one fucking around in the shed the night that Candace, when they were looking for Carly Trent. And because of Fred's own stupid words here, knowing he had eyes on the building, he had eyes on Simpson and searches and was concerned about that, Just how he is, man. He's all up in shit. But knowing he was most likely the one in the goddamn shed that had been searched earlier in the day, probably just went around wondering what the fuck and this there and doing. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I just know that I had Candace Frank. And it's like, what the fuck? Even the cops agreed the dogs were off once again, not behaving correctly. And yeah, there probably was someone in there, you know? And then because of Fred's own stupid words here, well, it's pretty easy to discern that it was most likely him fucking around after, searches that day. And that it was him that night. Getting into shit and up to shit, looky-looing and trespassing and being all up in everybody's shit. It's something Fred does. Alright? Much the same as I know he was doing after summer vanished. Doesn't take a fucking super juice. I heard him do it. Heard him and others doing weird, fucked up shit during the night. Well, everybody else slept on all the monsters. Right? Not the rest of the neighborhood, though, or community, because I could hear other neighbors up and guarding their homes, family, children, wondering, unable to sleep because of, all the things, the worry, not knowing what we were all left, decided what was really going on. Predators returned if it was unknown, guarding their grandbabies or children just like I was on 125. And also keeping an ear out and an eye out for exact things like movements in the night, voices. Summer still for sure for a very long time. Oh boy. But I listened to him move in the darkness. I listened to Fred and him move in the darkness. I heard a great deal many things in that darkness and quiet. And the wood lines and the roadways and the driveways, the main road, the trails of the wee. The fuckery of not just one but several. Fred's stupid mouth, it sure is. I'll hear them. For those of us who can hear and pull cat from Daffy. Sometimes, anyway. It's knowing that dude's fucking tee shit too, though. Right? Thinks he's having a good old time with Zig and crew and the whole crew. Things are done the last time he hits ground here, but there's a build up to it that I also have proof of. And then his stupid mouth. Well, it gives another cat air rate. Certain batteries needed for certain things. Certain people around all this here on the ground seem to, in that push, circle many witnesses and intimidate whatever the fuck's being done. Certain people, certain really bad people. Hey, Fred, get planted, placed around several vehicles deep also, make people look certain ways if they happen to go histrionic about it. Be made to look like him and Zig and others pumping down the line that they're crazy and flip script of nah, it's so and so doing to us. Don't shit, you get it? Oh, I get it. But I wonder if some of the local characters brought into that mess, you know, like some of the Trents and others knew exactly what way they were going to be used. If they thought just one way, but then another. Oh, 'cause they were. Make no mistake about that, man. Sent things, purposeful things, intentional things. Several players deep, they were all playing with these creators and others around Summers and Cottons. People fucked up all along the way, with evidence and proof of it. But did little ones like that, did they know? Did they just think it was going to be a tee thing and an intimidation thing, or did they understand at what degree you all were going to script write them in and use them to tamper with or around Cottons or Summers? Did they know? They know what Fred or other players were pushing and pulling, manipulating. Maybe it was just drops on certain days to go do this, to go do. I don't know, man. Or maybe we do. Right? But you wonder what propels Fred to do all that fuck shit and to get up to it with a group. And then what propels others in other cases to play in it too. While clearly with evidence, trying to fuck with me and get things from me and acquire them for these creators who've already helpfully outed themselves as being in and around pissed off at one another because these same sources and pretend fighting and all the bullshit and everything else and heads and boxes and all these other things and big ass bullshit to intimidate and threaten others gonna go to court for court cases and there's just so much there, right? Facets and all. It's all there. Now why on earth around both cases, I guess, be sounding like they have a handy dandy notebook of fuckery to record or do certain things or to get things for these creators for me. And to be playing this shit, fucking around on the ground in our real life and creating danger to help these people do that. While also ignoring the requests of their own people to stop. I don't know. All with Fred and Ziggy while everybody's claiming they're afraid. Y'all make it make sense. I can with proof and evidence that I have. But why is Fred going this far? And for whom? You think it's just for Fred at this point? Or do you think it's for everything they've gotten up to since Summers vanished with the creators and this group and the crew? The well-organized criminal empire operating over several social media platforms, many cases, many years, and then what they all become afraid of. Because there's no difference, right? Monster's done the same too with his buddies Jenny, Adrian, Ryan, Crook, etc. in the building of, and shit, they got twisted, right? And then they went to great lengths to hide from courts and bullshit while they all knew the truth, and tampered with and flipped scripts on, tried to discredit, same traffic shit, same multi-vehicle shit, same whatever shit. And then had each other's asses to cover so deep, Monster's willing to fucking say shit that wasn't true. Terrified of what would come if it was known how they're operating with and around online to target those who wanted protection from them. And what their true purposes were, and that they weren't as innocent as they seemed, and to make me look so, you know. So I don't know, maybe that's what Fred and Mouse trying to go. Maybe it's in too deep. At times for certain things, mostly trying to get away with their activities with this group. I don't know. Maybe Fred would have kept it simple, stupid, in Fred terms, that it just been him doing Fred shit. And never meeting a tragedy pimp or psychic or Juanita or a Nibbit Nesbit or a fucking Ziggy after MGL&M, of course. You know? Maybe why you see Fred out here doing all the extra shit, insane shit, like throwing everybody and their brothers' names out here and putting himself in true extreme danger and targeting all the shit. It's because he already did too much with Zig, and it's already too, and he never expected that, and then moved his ass halfway. I don't know. And he figures now what the fuck's he got to lose. I fuck fun out. But I do know that in the beginning, all of them, at least as far as I could tell, C and D, Fred and Laura, we're all playing the same game. Look here, look there, distance, separation, can't you sort of, I mean, it was just, you know, spending apparently every spare second studying online to links that make Jose look like a fucking choir boy. Now, why on fucking earth? And then, of course, there are others that helped Fred with this fucking recent shit last time he's on ground, that were involved in that shit too back in the day. There's all kinds of dead men in between to stitch together things. Horses and newspaper articles and oh my, look here, look there, so and so told this, so and so whatever, rewrite, fancy up, retell, pave script, narratives, content creators tell them. Some to helpfully look up things on their devices, some to write the words for them so others couldn't read them. Too much effort put in. Now, to me, you don't go to those links if you're just afraid of reputation shit or taking a drug charge or some silly shit far beneath anything else. You don't go to those links. And I don't know what to say sometimes. But I know that in itself makes my heart and my brain sing with the biggest giant red flag. One that no matter how many times you circle it, the perspective on it doesn't change. That's not normal. That is not normal. It's not normal. And how anyone would think that some silly ass petty bullshit for them or taking it to be somehow outweigh the truth or answers or justice for someone right is beyond me. It is. Damn, this thing changed again. It does. That well, I'm muted. Damn, ain't this. So anyway, I checked out the account here. I think the creation date was like March 10th, 24. Can't recall the exact date on the one. It leaves comments. Comes in here every now and then. You know, I assume he's not gotten balls yet, or unburied him from his wife's dirty cunt in Indiana to speak to me in person yet. I assume he thinks I give a shit about Andy or the cemetery. Too bad Fred didn't have eyes on that, and he's not a true detective, and he don't know all the things. Because it defies all logic, reason, common sense, evidence, etc. You, the world, want to buy the bullshit and the distraction, you go right ahead. But, there was literally a cop placed right near that 24 hours a day. We do know the grave diggers, their family and otherwise. We do know that everything was checked out, all that. So it's a nothing thing, right? And so Monster speaking on cemetery, whatever, just flows back at him. Want to make his abuse of us with some revenge and all shit a dream, so it sounds better and cleanses his butthole. Like Fred wants his butthole cleansed, like Candace and Don want their buttholes cleansed. Fairy tale manufacturer, and I'm not in any mood for any of them. Now, Fred, I give about as much of a fuck about his cemetery fuckery as I do yours. Okay, not at all. Okay, but, well, maybe even less than, cause you starting to look sus, motherfucker. You've been looking sus. You've done that with yourself, along with the script writers who acquired you and Andy both, and etc. Cause the script was always supposed to be put on one or both y'all. Look back to the McDonough interview, you dumb shit. Dumb motherfuckers. Anyway, you, buddy, though, you were on the road on the 15th. You were doing all kinds of fuck shit. While Monster was actually at work or banging a nasty whore out that way. Either way, feds have evidence of it. Proof and reams of data and receipts and time cards that correlate with cameras, not just at the workplace, but the fire station right beside of, and all the cameras across the road, and all the cameras on the way back and forth through town and home, and all the way back into the holler. You and Andy and your teams go ahead and you build and you help and you high five everybody as you all create the content that distracts from real answers and truth around summer, and you enjoy. Alright, motherfuckers, you enjoy your underwear, your new teeth, you goofy looking fucking weddings, you enjoy your new skank pussies. I don't care. What is apparent about all of you, though, is that none of you, not you, Andy, Candace Dawn, give three flying fucks about women, children, each other, summer. Fuck all y'all. You're all abusers of women and children. All of you. Fact. Proven. No matter your reasons. Whether it's because you were scared of set up shit. Fuck shit. Even if it was dope shit that day on the 15th, Fred. Even if Candace had just come down there or seen you or met you or mom had or somebody had you or any of your company or anything like that. Wouldn't it have been worth fessing up to that shit for Summer's sake? Instead of helping create the mess, it's hiding the truth, the answers, and justice for her. You fuck stick. Would it have been better for an entire dope pile of assholes crisscrossing the entire country to go down, or justice for some? What are you scales, Fred? Where do they weigh? What heart do any of y'all have? And I do want to be sure that this is the correct one. Before I carry on, because I don't want fake accounts fucking with me in any manner in order to elicit or gain or get things for the crew, teams, clip shit, content shit. So yeah, I care about as much though about monsters fucking bullshit, dreamery, and cemetery shit as I do any of your bullshit, bro. It's all bullshit. It's all look here, look there. Nuh-uh, want to abuse women and children with whatever it is just a dream. Yeah, okay. You're fuck shit with Andy's on the road, and I seen this, and I seen that, and son of the pool, blah, 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 blah. You know, boy, ain't your stories always change. Hell, yours change. Oh, at least you give a point for monster for consistency, I guess. This side of the dream team all working together is a little better than yours. You got stuck with a Z, pal. Hate that for you. It's the only thing willing to fuck you and take you out of there, though, unlike the rest, right? Yikes. Ain't that tragic? And then what? All of you come here, you monsters, and you further abuse and use the women and children you've hurt for so long. Your communities you've fucked with, devastated, lied to, been monsters with masks on for so long. That shit. You target your entire community, family members. You dox the shit out of everybody. You drag everybody through the fucking mud. But what do you care? Hey, how many dead bodies you think Fred's got in his wake with all the shit he was selling and doing over all the decades? How many real dead people you think are in his wake from dirty dope, or bathtub this, or rope a dope that, or how many you think OD done? How many families, homes, children, women were destroyed, hit, hurt, abused, neglected, parents crying in the night, people waiting on phone calls, rehabs, jails filled. What do you think the vastness of Fred's damage upon that entire community in the area was as a whole? Not just his own family and parents and siblings and children and others, but far beyond. How many dead bodies do you think are in Fred's way? Not just the ones he tried to leave by shooting in the throat and setting up lasers and this, that, and the other, of course. Not the wee crimes of different varieties Fred's gotten up to over the decades, but just his dope fuckery. How many you think are dead in his wake? Die. Do me a favor. I'm gonna put pants on you. Can you check that one out? And make sure it matches. Please, before I continue. And I'll tell you how many dead bodies there were in Monsters Week. 0. Damned if he didn't give it a college effort murdering the children on the regular. And we weren't worried about it, terrified of it every day, but yeah, no. But the possibility of all the dead bodies behind Fred. Oh, they're probably more impossible. I do hope what's supposedly on his recordings, when he first came, with him casting out on Hawkins, calling him dirty, this and blah blah. Worried about scent dogs and other cases where he had the plot. Evidence. This and I do hope that's on those recordings. Fred. His immediate distancing away from C&D, pretending not to know Summer at all. Do hope those are featured on those beautiful recordings. And if and whatever and yada yada, and that's him. I do have another question. Well, here. Let me see if I can find it while you were super triggered the other night with your dirty criminal wife pulling criminal shit and a well-organized group effort across many social media arenas.
How to find the perfect pet sitter in 4 easy steps. Step 1, go to rover.com or download the Rover app. Step 2, browse profile. Trying to terrorize or anything. I mean, we've been curious about how he passed and stuff because it's weird that so many people have passed and we have.
This was during his beloved wife's trying to trigger me on my anniversary of my brother's death the other day, and then failing to do so, snapping little bracelets, Fred calling me names, more triggering than he's ever been, type shit. But I found something very
every single day on her post every single day, but I don't see that me doing that or Fred doing or watching me freaking craft. It's just, I'm just gonna keep covering every child's case I can, and getting. Why don't you just figure out a way to prove it? Yeah, you don't think he could have had anything to do with Summer, but yet you say he's. Oh no, I'm talking about something else now. You did say he's capable of anything. On the road, and this blue truck wasn't falling out there. Then why would you want to know who's driving the blue truck? Oh, there's a blue truck, but there wasn't Andy. Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a blue truck, but that wasn't Andy. Okay.
You're mad at us for freaking wanting justice for Summer Rose. It's really messed up. As if Fred doesn't get just as much hate as you do, you lunatic.
Right.
And you don't even want to put yourself out there like that.
Right.
You're the one that
right, May hooked on phonics, having bitch in Indiana. Right.
Put yourself up because Andre says this shit, and she makes no shits to me. She even lives in LA with him. She also never knew Summer. She even. I don't know why there's a special. I don't know why you say that, Jimmy Sue, because there's a place in hell for you for making up shit.
Right.
To talk about it some more. arguing with us is really what kept it out there so much.
Right.
Just, for years. So I'm not going to, and I'm not
skipping through. I'm just trying to find the exact thing.
really worried about it, to be honest. I don't really make the money that you think distracting petty stuff that doesn't even matter anyways. I want to know why Andy Bernard was on the road. You just are trying to pay attention to petty stuff, so we don't pay attention to what really matters. Remember, like what your son said, how you're diverse. What he's no, actually.
Okay. Now,
Actually, I'll just hide you, so I don't care if you're good or not. I don't care. I'd rather be working my crafts anyways. I do not care if I have 20 more people than I did before you got here. I seriously could care less.
bless her.
Things. If I wanted drama, I could talk. She's not woman enough to freaking go tell law enforcement the truth.
Mm-hmm. Really? I just won't play in here. I'll just try to make her histrionic at the stop sign. Pick up the phone. Tell y'all pull your play and bullshit and tampering with law enforcement in courts and make me look certain ways. That ship sailed.
You want to really help? Why don't you tell us who you know who has a dark real GMC Canyon looking truck with 10 windows.
A dark blue GMC Canyon with dark tinted windows. Huh. Hey, Di, did they get that descriptive with Pruitt? Or in all the weeks since she aired that call to Pruitt? No, because when Pruitt asked, I'm pretty sure about the blue truck, she just couldn't stop going on with Andy. And he hung the fuck up on her and left. Fred going, what the? And her going, what the? Mm-hmm. He asked for more details about that, and they're just like, well, blue truck, not sure what kind, or, and one person, and no wait, two people, and actually Ziggy spoke for it as two people, and it was one person, it's back to two, but shit, the windows anyway. I don't recall them giving an exact make, model, anything like that, do you? Or throughout all these weeks since, I don't know, I don't watch them all that often. Yeah, I don't recall them typing in the make and model during an email in November or saying that in the call in December It's just now February. She aired to call it, what, end of January, early February? And they damn sure weren't saying that make them up. Now, what, 5 days ago, suddenly they had a make and model. Dark blue GMC Canyon, blah, 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 dark painted windows. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Weird that. So if I'd ask, what? Have you called Pruitt back to let him know that you and Ziggy have suddenly come up with a make and model out of your ass? I mean, it's fine if it's just come to you. I mean, I'm not gonna pull a chasing on you and be like, oh, it just come out of wherever, although I suspect it has with you. But, because things can come and go, right? Things can suddenly be remembered. Things can happen. Even feds, specialized teams, etc. will tell you that. And if those happen, to then call and let them know, etc., or if it's important, to let them know anyway. If it's tangible, if whatever comes and goes for us, if it puts together something, let them know. So I'm not sure if you were given that directive, but you might want to let them know how that's changing for you and what caused it to change for you and precisely when it changed for you. And then hope that it doesn't just happen to be that it's another vehicle that seems likely to be around someone you're targeting or fucking with off of Ziggy's platform or with this group, or to do the look here and look there and look everywhere else and the dead guy and the horses and waterfalls and the wee shit. So yeah, there's pretty much the answer to your question, Brett. I give a fuck less about you or Monster. I'm gonna guarantee there's a whole lot more dead bodies in your break room. And to a degree, you're like, he wasn't purposely fucking in or around Summer shit. The way in which you, Laura, Candace, and Dawn were from the time she vanished. He's just out here trying to cleanse his monster, abusing fucking woman and child shit. That's it. He was getting paid for it. And continuing to abuse. And then he got caught up with the team just like you did, and then he had lies to cover for them himself, of course, tamper with me. It's about as simple as that, right? And you, however, you got different flavor. That's on you, pal. I watched it in real time on Ben Hill Road. Heard it. Heard your creeping footsteps, bitch. So did others. Heard you, Fred. Seen you, Fred. Why is it you always want to bring up how you were recording Andy and I? But yet you were always supposedly making your way to Dawn for those Brodog meetings while he played Rambo online. You played, hey, buddy, and then you always made sure to say one exact thing to me each time y'all had those little meetings, remember? Rather odd, that. Rather odd. But why does he always leave that out? You'd think it'd be pretty important that you recorded Candace and Dawn too, right? Ain't that something? But you and Ziggy only want to be like recorded Jody Sue and Andy. Here's what I'll tell you. I know that Andy and I have nothing to fear about what's on your fucking stupid recordings. Because we didn't do shit. He went on the road on the 15th. And the kids and I are just witnesses on it. It's just how it is, man. You feel fear, that's up to you. It's still just as simple as you going and being like, man, TBI, FBI, cartoons, whatever. I was just afraid of this. So I did all this to right the wrongs, Fred. To help narrow it down for the truth and answers. If you really want justice for Summer, coward. Also, your placement with this group of shit around us, I would suggest you have pull out. You hear me? And you stop your fucking TE games. Come there, you go to court and leave everybody else the fuck alone while you're here. Cause I ain't playing no TE games. Not a one. Not fucking one. Anyway, but yeah, ask yourselves why they suddenly had a making model a couple days ago. But since Aaron and really said, and when Pruitt asked them for more, all they could do is be like, Andy, Andy, Andy. Quit helping McDonough and crew and those like PG and Squall and everybody else who were already pegging all the y'all with Kansas and all. Quit helping them build this goddamn script. Dumbass. Hey, Fred, it would have behooved you better had you not rode that cunt out of Ben Hill and played with any of these tragedy pimps and you waited over time and you told the truth, did all the things, right? And you stuck with the ride or dies and in your own community and you waited and then you sued the entire living fuck shit out of them all the way back to McDonough and beyond for the script they wrote around. And that's if you weren't, fucking around. But it's a late for that now, ain't it, buddy? Now chances are you're gonna be in more of a shitty book or a shittily crafted documentary for someone or made to look certain ways and thrown off the bus. Yeah, but he's also playing for the team over. You think he can't put that chat? Ran away for no reason. No, even wifey any content. Gas may get Tennessee. And the group in the hive want to elicit responses and knowns and Fred and Ziggy and Jenny and Adrian and Chasing and Ryan and the rest would like to know how far under the bus they are and how much proof and evidence is truly there. And those wormed up and around Cottons and everywhere else. I'm not a dumb bitch, and I wasn't born yesterday. But, you know, or whoever's tippy tapping for it, or if it is even the thing, it's whatever. But it does something though. Somewhere around the 4 hour, 40-minute mark. They have an exact model, but they couldn't give it to prove it. Strange, huh? Instead, they wanted to talk about Andy and continue with the narrative so well built and scripted and paced by this group from the beginning who misled McDonough, who see Indiano's probably had Hunter and his family feeling like they could be responsible for certain shit that day and afraid, while everybody's pointing at Fred too and all the fuck shit. You just never know, right? But I do know that there was scripting and paving and monsters going to look here and look there and look here and everywhere else. And I know there are monsters studying online shit. And I know there are only certain monsters in Ben Hill that were doing it in a way that mirrors one another, and that includes Fred, Laura, Dawn, and Candace. And apparently, I mean, by the point of even 3 weeks, you have even Alan and them all just looking at shit like adding shit in, saying things that were only online that they couldn't. I mean, so can't figure out how the fuck these people had so much free time or wanted to look at it. Shit. Can't figure it out still. Guess that's what happens when you're freaked out standing there off the road, or you're freaked out and think some way something that y'all did that day played a role in or could have, and skirting away from it or whatever. God forbid all of you were just made to feel fear, or like shit would be turned and flipped on you or your company or your children that day by those most likely to be responsible, and in that you decided to throw your own shit show out. And if it's as simple as that, it needs to be outed. So the truth and answers are there. Y'all really about that hashtag justice for Summer? You really care about her more than you did the first day you come into contact with us, afraid you couldn't even say her name? Want to make everybody falsely believe she was gone before this and the other. You couldn't spit out that pawn shell you want, bro. But even you were like, Candace and Dawn have done this. Not Jody Sue, not Andy, not the other neighbors or community members, but Candace and Dawn. It's also what you were telling Ziggy in your first interview before you were talking cheese to latch on to Jody Sue and Andy. Just like McDonough was, just like the rest were, just like this group's built. And you're still doing and paving. Stop it. You want answers? Shut that bitch over there up. Speak for your goddamn self. Fix the fuck shit you've done. Help narrow it all down. The real answers. The real truth. Stop being a pussy. Tell everybody else in the goddamn community open up their doors, dude. Knowing shit's gonna come back, they had the balls to do it. To speak. Even if it meant consequences. The rest of your goddamn community, your neighbors, your family, they had the balls. You still don't have. Which matter more? Consequences for tiny shit or Summer? What's bothered me, Fred, is your people are the ones who are intimidating others. Wrapped around them. And back to things not mentioned by any of you name dropping docs and motherfuckers and around BethAnn, including C&D themselves. Intimidating witnesses, harassment, this, that, and the other. That's what you and this group you're working with online chose to do the last time you hit ground, and are still doing it every day, even while you're. How's that helping the summer? Yeah, I was doing this and falsely pushing shit against Andy and I are our children. Whether you like our statements and witness shit or not, how's it help Summer to lie, Fred, against others, create narratives to help this group, these teams, to help them plant shit, do shit, make people look certain ways, destroy your community, and a community you've already helped destroy, mind you, dead bodies in your wake. How's it help Summer? Pave that bitch. Content it up, bro. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I think about it. I honestly think more monster than you. Fucking tragic. Terrible. Motherfucker tried to murder me every goddamn day, and my children this there. Come close. Lay down, and even he's above in the world above you. Something fucking ridiculous as hell, but true story. At least he's just wanted his butthole cleansed for simple monster reasons. It's yet to be determined why you, Laura Company, and fucking Candace and Dawn are doing so, though. Yet to be determined. Giant red flag motherfuckers. Let me see. I do want to see what the activity is on that. I don't know why it's not. Do you see that, Di? There's another comment on this live stream from the Fred account. It says, since this is your script, what do you think about it? No. Where are the rest of the goddamn things you think his history would be on? Zeke's two other channels. I'm getting the circle of death over here, though, after that one. Not sure why. You done? Any clue on that? It's been like that all night, though, for all the accounts. Won't show the complete chat messages in the last year for them. Some it'll show timeouts, like the gumball one, and others. Just a circle of doom under account activity. Weird, huh, Di? Strange shit, though. Anyway, I assume we're gonna get no answers from whatever Freddy Bridges that is, or whoever's operating. Hell, it does go around much like monsters, don't it? Strange wording, typing, too literate, words they don't use. Never can really tell who's doing what with them, logged in as them. Trying to gain illicit. Yeah, never can tell. They're all dirty. That's weird, don't you think? Diet showing activity on this channel only. I'm getting circled after the one comment here. It won't load the rest. And it does, I believe, have the same creation date as the last. Hold on, I'm working on a mystery, guys. Yikes, it's almost hit like back there. Wow, people are weird back there. What the fuck? Somebody's back here asking me about blueprints, so they're an idiot. They don't know the difference. And they've never seen the pictures of the property, um, things. And Lord, y'all gotta do better than this. This is ridiculous. You ever threaten those kids? I didn't threaten those kids. Jesus Christ, people are stupid. Uh, nope. Don't know what that is. Do not care. Ah, here we go. Ah, Fred, 6 days ago, apparently. No shit, he's back here. That's how long it's been since I checked the back area here. Well, let's see. K5W on the last at Fred Hill. 10 subscribers. Hey is post from a month ago on there. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. I'm just gonna subscribe. March 24. We're gonna go on the way back. What a stupid ass again. Oh, there's someone just base here saying that the key is the dream Andy had. Why would he call him that, you wonder? That time. Why a month ago did he call him Andy B? The rest of times he calls him Andy. It's not a dream, but it was real life. Heard you say it from your mouth. That one is K5W2. So whatever. Now compare it to the others. Anyway, Fred and Ziggy and their diversions of bullshit, right? Diversionary. From the truth. Answers. Justice. All about that content life, though, huh? Where was it we were going tonight? What was it we were talking about? No, the paving of those in the team and the hive and the build-up for knows like the Justins. Piss Pomeranians and such. Script writers. The builders. Battleship. And if you think it's histrionics or crazy or insanity, woo-woo or conspiracy or QAnon or Kool-Aid or whatever, right? I got news for you. Some of the more recent things I can think of are some of the moments, right? Suddenly you have Piss Pat being pissed about money, but you can't say it outright, right? Looks crazy, looking like she's doing all things, but she's really pissed off at Zig and them, swearing they have her money. That's odd. I just think, was it odd a while back when Fred and Ziggy lost their full-on shit at the rest of the team and being pissed off about a documentary and alluding to the fact that there is a script because her and Fred were going to be left out and Andy was going to be able to be one thing while Fred was another and la la, and then within a few hours she come back live again and was like, whoopsies. Didn't strike any of y'all's odd. How about years ago when Penny and Benny had the imaginary fight over lawn mowing equipment? Who's going to take the taxes for which channels is in? You think these players and investment teams and all things ferreted away don't exist? You think a whole lot of these players in this thought much like BethAnn that it would never be them or their buddies wouldn't and narrow the pool down so there was less to split or do whatever and they wouldn't set each other and they wouldn't do fuck shit? It's all really right here in front of you. Pay close attention. And there's those moments when Fred and Ziggy especially is losing their shit over documentary shit. Massive amounts of money are being pushed and moved, and certain characters here online. Things are happening. Die from the ground up. They were happening. All the way back to your script writers, your pavers, your builders, your investment teams, and around these open and active cases and investigations. What some of these creators are fake fighting about and otherwise. Oh, it's very real somewhere in the background. Who was promised what? Who's promised this? Script writing that? What the story's supposed to go? Who's supposed to be looking like by the end of blah blah blah? Documentaries, books, blah blah, clout. Yeah, or God forbid they get their hands on anything before any of that and really build or pave or anything. You know, I mean, you just never know with these motherfuckers. I mean, you're looking at bands of sons of bitches that do some of the craziest shit in and around these open and active cases. All they're out for is, I don't know, and if you look back at all the other cases, you'll see the exact same pattern. They throw each other off the bus stand. They narrow down the pool. They get rid of the buffers, the little people in between subs members, etc., the researchers, and blah blah, scare the shit out of them. Do whatever it takes. They're left holding the bag. They're the buffers between what the creators think is the law and them. So it looks like the buffer, you know. Sure, you get it if you know anything about criminals, right? Felt sort of bad for BethAnn Knight, but looks like she's too busy playing with four and squeezed into certain role. I don't know, man. But yeah, if you look back at all the other cases, same things play out time and again. Certain creators gone, gotten rid of, certain, you know. Just all the things, it's all here. All you gotta do is pay attention. And I am definitely watching their Paving lately. Which is Paving they've been on since the beginning, huh? Since certain upscale motherfuckers wanted to slam in circle and square, not realizing he was actually working for the people he's tried to peg it on from the beginning, really, but helping them do the this and that, look here and look there, all the others. That's real helpful. Jackass. Led to the destruction of an entire community and witnesses and everyone else around Summer's case. All because of that dude's pursuit of cleansing self. Another monster with a butthole problem. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Needful things. I know for years, decades, I've lived life amongst monsters. All kinds. And some of those from Ben Hill take the goddamn cake. Couldn't exactly identify alive in real time, but knew something wasn't right. Knew certain people at a certain point had that feeling of like Barbie and King, Canadian couple, and type of shit, but still not proof evidence of she got your brain, heart, they'll sing. Years of seemingly hiding, being very quiet, and then coming out in the open. Something's wrong with that. 2 years later, you don't have anything to put with it to go, well, this could be why, that could be why. You know? Despite your searching, looking, digging. Your perception of things in real life in real time. It's that 2020, man. You know? It's that. Knowing you're surrounded by predators, monsters. You got peeping toms and freak shows like Fred and all his feathers, and you got who the fuck is over there, but surrounded by your own goddamn monster trying to survive that. I mean, like. But when it comes down to that, your brain and heart, soul, they weren't wrong. Your gut wasn't wrong. And you can will wish and want and what if yourself to death to your last day on earth. And the other day I was having a conversation with somebody. And in that conversation, we said, Summer was lost in her own story, lost amongst my reply. She's not lost. She's waiting. She's not lost. For all it seems like her light shines. It's outed monsters, views, put attention on victims, survivors, fighters. If you think about it as a whole, the ripple has helped allow years worth of the public being able to see what these content creators in this true crime community and how criminal they are and out them and how far they go in and around active cases and how criminal it is and what they do to families and how manipulative and psychologically, emotionally, how they're acquiring, um, all these things. It's hopefully saved many from this realm and being used, abused, taken advantage of. It helps laws be made in her name, Sebastian's, Harmony's, Dylan's, Petito's. What? Michael's, Kylie's, Cash, Classics, and Sears. Quentin's help stop those like, I don't know, Leilani's and others from using these creators in this realm to help hide, create chaos, manufacture bullshit, and play look here and look there. Helps judges in courts, like in Delphi and other cases in this era. Karen Reed become aware of how far the Turtle Boys, Jenny's, Adrian's, Gopher, Face Glare, and everybody else. Stacy Slays, the fucking investment teams. Makes them aware of how even defense in this area will work with this realm to do fuck shit. It'll make law enforcement aware of how these search teams, like in every case, how those like JLR and all them hit ground and disrupt, and players on the ground disrupt the real searchers and searches. And then they insert their own that are operating on goodwill level economics, and then get online and play with others, and how real advocates are scooted out for bullshit ones. How real PIs and others are scooted out for bullshit, like the Jim Terrys and Pats or whoever the fuck else around here. Makes them aware of those playing games like the Jennies and Adrians and Ryans and other court settings. how far they can tamper, how much they can inundate, till they get accidental releases or accidental thises or that's. Creators hold and then they use the script right, and do things with, do anything with, like was done and around certain shit until Justin did his bullshit a while back, right? Justin, who was kicked in the teeth by Nancy Grace. That was a rare moment. Should happen more often. The more we. It's bad that even Nancy Grace is like, nah, that's not tolerable. That's too low. I can't do that. That's bad. But and then these some bitches, they motherfuckers from ground up areas, they do the worst shit. The summer's light, splash in the pond from our puppy. It's outed so many things and made it so very visible. Helped more than a few lives, innocents, those taken advantage of here in this realm. It will help continue law enforcement and the public and others to be aware, and other families and communities around these situations be aware of how they're being used, fucked with, tampered with, and it will help inevitably stop this culture, climate, normalization. It will start helping shut down the investment teams as their money winds all the way across the world. It does rub elbows with real shit, real trafficking, real cartel shit, real cleansing movements. Summer's made an impact. Y'all may not be able to see it or acknowledge it, especially those that are wanting away from her light and her pebbles so far they can't stand. They just want to use her as content, virtue signal, clout, clicks, likes, crypto. The summer's more than that, and she always has been. And she's a wee tiny one, but her power and her light, they're great. She's not lost. She's waiting. She's waiting. And the men and women who work so hard for her every day, for her and all those like her, their families, communities, real victims, those who run towards fires and not away from them, those with the bright minds and beautiful hearts, tortured souls because what they really carry and know, have the true receipts on the nightmares they must go. But they do it for these children and women and survivors and fighters. Summer, they'll find her, and they'll find the person or persons responsible, and they'll help bring the real Summer forward so that she and they can tell her story, because nobody else should be or deserves to. But Summer herself, law enforcement, courts, and her brothers. They are the hearts behind Summer, and they're legion. They're real and it's tangible, and they're the ones that deserve the accolades, the attaboys. for their tremendous efforts, despite all the fuckery, all the misdirection, all the scripting and writing, content, the helpers of monsters. Who do not deserve clout, clicks, likes, views, or any attaboys in the least. They ain't solving shit but their own needs. They have no rights to Summer's story, or her brothers, or her communities, or witnesses, neighbors. They have no right to insert and destroy each and every active and ongoing investigation they can get their little claws in. They are helpers of none. They are destroyers of all. It is the men and women of law enforcement of all varieties, all agencies, the real advocates, the real workers of all, everything that surrounds each and every one of these kids, including Summers. That put in the real work every day and suffer the real nightmares, heartache. They don't get the privilege of logging. They carry Summer in their souls, hearts, and minds. As Summer waits, because that's all it is. She's never been lost. She's somewhere. She's waiting. She isn't vanished. She isn't gone. She's somewhere. And she's waiting. They will find her. And the person or persons responsible. They will help her speak with her, for her, and hopefully in a way that allows her to be some, not a flat image, not a little girl you all have projected upon, attributed to whatever you wanted to, but a beautiful little girl from a road named Ben Hill, full of monsters, who deserves her voice heard. It is very real, with her own personality, her own story. When she and they deserve to tell. Not any of you. She never deserved the script writing, the weaving, the narratives, the things put upon her, those around her, those who cared for her, or those who fight for her like law enforcement. One day we'll hear from Summer, law enforcement corpse. Until then, we wait. Until then, we wait. She's waiting on everyone. Even tragedy pimps, but mostly to stop their fuck shit. Stop weaving and scripting and narrating and waiting for accolades and subs and clicks above. Quit trying to manufacture. She's waiting for some of the monsters of being able to stop. Look here and look there. Some of those last to be with her to stop. Being afraid of other monsters or little things or consequences or whatever it is. Speak truth. Scales. Where do they wait? For all of you. While she waits. Her name is Summer. And she matters. Y'all have a good night.